Here we are, another Q&A. I'm asking the questions, Paul's giving the answers, just so that you get a bit of an idea of what Paul's all about. And we'll make a start, if that's all right with you.
Fire it away.
Number one is first car you owned.
Probably a Jeep, CJ7.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Came in with a blown engine, didn't it?
It did, yeah.
I grovelled and then ended up buying several for spares and rebuilding and all the rest of it, yeah.
Yeah, I remember you doing it. Yeah. Number two, what do you prefer, dogs or cats?
Oh, dogs. Yeah, dogs. A couple of Labradors. Can't go far wrong with a good Labrador, can you?
It's pretty definite. I mean, I do believe you've got some cats.
Yeah, we've got some cats. Yeah, we've got a couple of cats, a couple of dogs, yeah. But
I think
dogs.
the cats are more down to Kate, aren't they?
They are really, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
We've got one that's scared of mice. Put that one out. Cat that's scared of mice, scared of rats. Handy, innit?
Well, let's start done question 3 as well. Question 4, last book you read?
No, I don't read. No, a bit dyslexic, struggle to read. So not proud of it, but no, can't read much.
You like reading mags rather than instruction manuals and things like that?
To be fair, to be honest, the last book I read was some holiday. I can't even remember where we went. And Ange had bought me Guy Martin's something. And I actually did read that. And I actually did enjoy it. But that was the last book, yeah. Don't read.
That's the same as me, I struggle. Favourite meal? Favourite food?
Normally about dinner time, I don't mind. No, I'll have a go at most things, really.
What's your favourite though? What do you like? What do you like Ange to cook you, really, in an ideal world?
To be honest, I'm a bit boring. I like a good Sunday roast.
Yeah.
I can't go wrong with a Sunday roast, can you?
No, you can't.
So no, meal of choice, probably, yeah, go with that, Sunday roast.
And your biggest phobia? What?
Heights and deep water.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't like heights, not keen, and deep water, can't swim. Swim like a brick.
Tend to agree with you, really. Heights give you the wobbles, don't they? And your favourite holiday destination? Now, there's an easy one for you.
Yeah, don't do holidays, don't really enjoy them. Had a great few days in Northern Ireland a couple of years ago, and that, for me, that's plenty. You know, 3 or 4 days anywhere, plenty. Get back home.
But,
yeah.
But would you go back to Ireland then,
yes.
Or would you prefer to go somewhere else you can think of?
Again, we've got a car coming. Again, I had 3 or 4 days around France in my teens, and I enjoyed that very much. I'll go back down there one day.
I remember you going there, and I went very near to where that was a little while ago, and it was, yeah, really quite nice. I quite enjoyed it.
But holidays, as a rule, a couple of days off work and potter about at home. Happy.
And if money was not an issue or no problem, what car would you buy?
I haven't got a clue. Absolutely not a clue. It wouldn't be anything exotic. Nah, I don't know.
Something a little bit more run-of-the-mill, like a nice Land Rover or something?
I don't know what I get. I honestly don't know. I got hankering for an Arctic truck. An Arctic, you know, they do the conversions on the Jeeps, don't they? Big wheels, big wheel arches. Probably be one of them. Yeah. It'd be commercial, I would have thought.
Yeah. And what time do you normally get up in the morning?
7 o'clock-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
does that mean like 7:30 or?
No, that means 7 o'clock-ish.
Hello.
Hey up. No, it means 7 o'clock-ish, and then work half the night, don't we?
Yeah.
So always been much the same.
And let's get in the shade here a little bit. And favourite place you've driven? Now that's a really hard one. You know, I mean, we've been lucky, haven't we? We've driven so many lovely places. What do you think is the favourite place you've driven?
Do you know what? I would think it's probably something like up through Billsdale, on the doorstep. We know it like the back of a hand, don't we? And you scoot through there. You can scoot through there in a lorry as quick as most guys will go through there in a car.
Yeah.
Just because you know the road, it's glorious scenery, and it's on the doorstep. It's just there. So I haven't driven in exotic places. I've been to America, didn't rate that. I've been to France. That was lovely. There were some lovely spots, like, but no, I think for like my favourite ever road driven, probably going to be Billsdale. It's got a bit of everything.
It's funny you should say that, because I was asked the same thing, and I found it really difficult. And you start looking further afield.
You do.
Some sort of
you think it must be somewhere grand, but in actual fact, it's on your doorstep.
And we got it on our doorstep.
Yeah.
You're absolutely dead right. Yeah. I mean, I drive, every time I drive through Billsdale, every time I leave Helmsley, heading towards Stokesley, I think, God's own country.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
absolutely. You go through there, don't you? Some evenings, you might see 2 cars. It's 40 miles, you know, and it's just fantastic, isn't it?
It's lovely, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any hidden talents or party
Oh, loads
tricks?
of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm waiting to find them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty well hidden.
Yeah, well, you were obviously he was trained as a ballet dancer, you see, so he very often put his tutu on and
Yeah.
have a little dance about. But you know, whether he'd show you that or not, I'm
No,
not too sure.
no.
Something on your bucket list?
I got to go to New Zealand, didn't I, since I was a kid with Danielle's mum. She was from out there, wasn't she? And she just set a seed. I've got to get to New Zealand one day. Yeah, but that's about my bucket list. I don't know. That'll do.
Yeah. What do you prefer, summer or winter?
Or summer.
Yeah.
You don't like the cold.
No. Do you enjoy? We'll walk this way, shall we? Do you enjoy being on telly?
I could take it or leave it. Obviously, I've got a face for it, you know. Voice for radio, face for telly. Hard one, isn't it?
But you don't find it difficult to do, do you? I mean, they're just there, aren't they?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
So-
yeah. I think this is probably more difficult than the day-to-day filming of the show and things, you
Yeah.
know, because it's we're actually having to do this, whereas
Yeah.
the show is observing.
We might get run over. At
We
any
might,
minute,
yeah.
Favourite band?
No, music's on all the time, isn't it? Normally it's on a couple of regular stations and it just ticks along. No,
You
not
got
into
no one
music.
you'd pay to go and see.
No, I wouldn't, no.
Go to drink?
Well, I didn't drink much years ago and I sort of got a bit of a taste for Guinness. So following the holiday to Ireland, yeah. And so at the moment, and has been for the last couple of years, it'd be a Guinness.
Well, they say there's no better place than Ireland for Guinness, don't
There
they?
isn't, no.
I'm sure you're right. Your favourites, Clarkson, Hammond or May? I know, it's difficult that.
It is really. I think probably more on a sense of humour basis, probably Hammond, I think, because he's a funny little fella, isn't he? So out of them 3, yeah, who would I want to pop round there and have a chin wag and a cup of tea with? It'd probably be Hammond.
Yeah, it's difficult.
Nearer my
really.
age, see?
Yeah. I mean, May's got the knowledge, hasn't he?
Yes,
And Clarkson's got the entertainment value, but
yes.
so it's difficult, really.
So no, them 3, it'd be Hammond for me. Yeah, I think I could probably relate to him for a longer period, I would have thought.
And number 18, blimey, we've got a lot here. God, blimey, 35. What annoys you most?
I don't really get too annoyed.
What gets you rattled?
Poor driving. Other people, I've just done 300 mile again this weekend, and the amount of poor driving that's out there in the country, it's just tedious, isn't it?
Hog in
Especially
the
when you're in a
middle,
lorry and you're up the bum, aren't you? I can only do 56. That's me. I'm all out. 56, and they're still holding me up on a motorway. Oh, that infuriates me. That does me. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, we're all the same. It's illegal now to hold the middle lane, but people don't seem to realise.
No,
do they?
not bothered about that.
This
no.
is going to be very easy.
Well, let's walk up here a bit.
Number
that noise.
19, favourite sport?
A favourite sport? Yeah, well, you see, petrol and pistons were invented, so we don't need to run anymore. So, yeah, athletic-y sports, as you can probably tell. No, it's got to be motorsport, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just motorsport across the board. Not interested in Formula One, you can keep all that. But no, a motorsport.
Because people out there think that you're probably still doing the 500-metre hurdles, you see, but you're not.
No, I'll give that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your karaoke song?
No, don't sing.
there ain't
No,
one.
tone deaf. No.
Call that a day. Childhood idol.
Oh, no.
That's a difficult.
Childhood
one for you.
idol.
There's so many people out there of your age group or whatever.
Childhood idol?
Yeah.
No, I ain't got a clue. No.
Who would you like to have met when you were a child, maybe? Who did you watch a bit on telly? Who was our favourite programme, sure?
Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry, yeah. Are you an early bird or a night owl?
I know, I'll be a night owl out of them too.
Yeah.
Having said that, if I've got a long way to go, I'll get up and be on the road at 3 a.m. Not a problem. But, no, night owl really.
I think it's in our nature. We all start reasonably early but work late, don't we?
Yeah.
Generally speaking. If you weren't in the classic vehicle trade, what would you be doing, do you think?
I don't know really. I might have gone down the fire avenue perhaps. Some of the lads at school, I'm good at lighting them.
Yeah.
Some of the guys at school were on the retained fire cadets and all the rest of it. So I might have gone down that road maybe. Yeah.
Favourite Formula One team or driver? Well, you're
No.
not into Formula One, are you?
No.
Driver-wise, no one really appeals to you, does it?
No. No. I've got to take your hat off to Lewis Hamilton, haven't you? Only because he's the current, he's the regular, you know, he come from karting and I suppose because of the age thing, sort of, he's just, I'm aware of his journey, but
Yeah.
But that's it.
I think the beauty of Hamilton, and one or two probably like him whose name I can't think of, he actually proved the point that you can actually start with nothing.
Nothing. That's
and
right.
get
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah.
And,
So I sort of get that.
So I think that's important, isn't it? Favourite superhero with we ain't got one, have you?
A what?
Favourite superhero?
Nah.
You're not into that sort of thing.
No. Capes
If
and
you
masks
could
and
live
all that
anywhere in the
junk.
world, where would it be? New Zealand.
Well, I'm here, aren't I?
Oh, you're
if
here,
I'm what?
right,
If
okay.
I'm living anywhere.
If you could live anywhere in the
we
world, where
walk
would
down
it
here,
be?
that's making a right row, that thing.
Where would it be?
Well, I'm living here, aren't I? If I didn't want to live here, I wouldn't.
Living the dream.
Wouldn't go that far. Sorry.
Well, be careful because these are the good times. One thing you would change about yourself?
Yeah, maybe I ought to just shed a pound or two, maybe, you know, get back to my athletic figure, maybe.
Well, to do that, you've got to stop drinking Guinness.
It's catch-22, isn't it?
Exactly. What motivates you to work hard?
We don't know any different, do we?
No.
We've always just worked hard. You know, you work hard, don't you? It's ingrained in us, isn't it?
Would you agree? I think it would be fair to say we don't actually need motivation. We've never really had motivation. It's just bred in us, and we just do it as a matter of course.
Yeah, I think it is really.
Does that
Yeah.
sum it up, do you think?
Yeah.
We're going to self motivation. What's your proudest accomplishment? Sorry.
Well, it'd be the kids, won't it?
Yeah.
It'd be the two kids because they're great. And we got the noisiest winch in North Yorkshire going off here. Look. Just walk back this way a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Good kids. Good answer. Have you got any nicknames? You used to have, didn't you?
Well, yeah. Some of the lads call me Youth. Yeah, that was probably the most common one I would have thought. Yeah, growing up.
I think a lot of the lads like Phil Pither and that would maybe call you Porky.
Yeah, he would be. Yeah, I would
Not
think. Yeah,
because you're being Porky, but Paul.
Polski.
Yeah, I think probably.
Yeah.
And how do you relax when you have time off?
I'll let you know on that one.
Yeah, you're still thinking about that.
Yeah, there's always something to do at home, isn't there? You know, there's always grass to cut, or something to build, or something to alter, or yeah.
Well, that is your pastime, isn't it?
It is really, yeah. It's sort of pressure release valve.
This is a difficult one, I know. If you could have 3 people around for dinner, dead or alive, who
I
would
can't
they be?
answer that. I haven't got a clue. No, I ain't got a clue. No.
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive?
Who do you think you would like round, have a bit of tea with you or something, and have a chat?
I don't know, really. No, I don't know.
You have to think about that.
Yeah,
Favourite subject at school?
going home. Yeah, when that bell rang and you were released for the day. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you didn't like school. You weren't keen on going, were you? But there was 1 or 2 things that I think you enjoy. You've DC design technology or something?
Well, that and the girls, that was all right. Yeah,
Yeah, well,
a bit of
yeah,
time spent with the girls. That was quite handy.
Yeah.
But no, you know, nah. It was better on a Friday night with the girls, really.
Yeah.
was really.
Well, you were lucky. I mean, London schools were very often, well, they were segregated, so.
I wouldn't have written a lot to them.
No, I wasn't over keen on that.
I think the only reason I did go was because the girls were there, like, you know.
Which is where you met Ange.
Yeah.
Funniest person at Mathewsons? Oh, dear. I know what you're going to say because you would think the same one, but I actually said somebody different.
I think for me it's probably Mickey Boy.
Oh, right, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
You never know what he's going to come out with next.
No point because you can't understand him anyway.
And you can't. So for me it's probably as a full timer, it would be Mick,
Mickey.
I would think. Yeah,
Yeah,
because you
yeah.
never know what he's going to come out with.
No, I think it'd be funnier still if we understood the language.
And that would help. Yeah, you only catch every fourth word.
But we just put the words in, fill it in, don't
Yeah,
we?
yeah, just make it up.
And so I
It's
think
probably why he's funnier.
I think it's probably. I think it's because of that. He's
Yeah,
funny, right? But-
closely followed by Rich, I would think.
Yeah,
but he gets on your nerves a bit, so it's a bit catch-22 there, isn't it? You know.
I find Jack comical at times. He comes out with some funny things and funny sayings. But I must admit, I didn't think of Mick, and I think if I had done, I thought I might have agreed with you. I think Mick. And that concludes our
thank
little
the
walk
Lord.
around. Thank you ever so much, and just gives you an insight into who he is, what he is. Draw your own conclusions.
Yeah,
Like you have done out of the rest of us.
yeah, too right. Yeah, yeah.
There you go.